DC is all in on doubling down on the wokeness, it looks like. We've got CBR shilling for the whole deal right here, saying it's one of the highlights of San Diego Comics Con. DC dazzled fans with announcements of their latest lineup titles. I looked at it and I just yawned because it just seems like a shuffling of the deck of the exact same cards. It's pretty interesting. I've been talking about how every publisher seems to be in on this restart in 2024. We've got, as of yesterday, I mentioned Boom is restarting the Power Rangers with an all-new #1. We've got IDW restarting Ninja Turtles with all-new #1. We've got DC All In restarting their Absolute Universe all-new #1s and more. And then we've got Marvel restarting the X-Men and the entire X-line all-new #1. So everybody's trying to start from scratch, get these boosts, artificial boosts from having #1 collector's edition. And most of those artificial boosts are not just from people checking out the book. If you look at it, there's a little bit of that. But it's the fact that they do these like retailer variant incentives where it's like you order 100 copies, you get this one copy of this exclusive variant, and there's a speculator who will come in to buy that because it says #1 on it. And that speculator then, pays the retailer for basically the 100 copies they just bought, and then all these copies of the regular stuff just kind of sit in the shops. It's not that there's a ton of extra readership for this kind of stuff. It's totally inflated numbers, and you see the real numbers start to hit around issue 3, 4, 5, and 6, where it just drops and usually dips back down below even where it was prior to them starting these quote relaunches. That's been the trend. So we have this DC creative team, and look at this. It's written like it's AI. Whatever the case, DC is making it clear it's an all-in is a bold new step forward for the brand. Okay. Some of their titles continuing as existing teams at full speed. So here's a summary of All In again, which is, again, like All In is a bad brand just by itself. It's the fact that like you're at the end of the night, yeah, you're down, you're a little drunk, you're not feeling good anymore. It's like 3 a.m. in the casino. You push all your chips in on the table and you be like, one last hurrah. Let's go boom or bust here. And most times you end up busting because the house always wins. And I think DC really is out of ideas on how to revitalize their brand at this point, which is showing in what they're going to double down on. I'm going to show you in just a moment. Guys, before we get too far, please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here. This is our great Comics Chalk channel, and I do reviews of a bunch of comics, a lot of stuff that like a lot of other people just don't even bother reviewing, old classic epic collections and things like that, as well as talk about the news in the industry. And I appreciate you for being here and for supporting us. And if you really want to support us and support our journalistic efforts, we put in a lot of work for you guys. I also make my own comics. This is The Hidden Emperor, and it's a wonderful science fiction universe we're building right here. This is great stuff. And if you like the classic storytelling that you used to get from Marvel and DC back in the day, this is definitely the book for you. Over 300 backers today. We're getting close to 25,000, where we're going to add Battletech legend Blaine Pardo. Actually wrote a short story for me in this universe, which is going to get added to the novel. I'm so thrilled to work with him. And at 25K, we're also working with a comic scripter who's doing a short comic for the back of the book that will be revealed at that point, which is big name. So please get in the description below and grab this. Thank you guys so much for all the support. And let's get back to the All In. So All In promises many new series. We got Justice League Unlimited by Mark Waid, which is supposed to, they say it's not a tie-in to the show. It's different, but it's the same thing. The New Gods by Ram V. That's not going to last very long. And then JSA is getting a relaunch by Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire could, out of these three, Jeff Lemire could do a decent job on something. I will give them that. It depends. I mean, that guy's hit and miss. Definitely he is. But he does have some creative chops sometimes, has a little bit of talent, so it's possible he could do something interesting there. They also built anticipation for new titles, the Absolute DC Comics line, which is pretty ridiculous. And if you look at the books on the changes here, look, it's just more of the same. So you got Detective Comics now is being shuffled from Ram V, who shuffled the New Gods, Tom Taylor, who shuffled from Nightwing, right? You got Dan Waters, Philip Kennedy Johnson. I don't know who the hell these people are on Catwoman. but at least it's not Vita Ayala anymore, I guess. I don't know who Elliot Callan is. Mark Wade's moving to Action Comics as well. And Action Comics has had a rotating group so far. You've got Superman, Volume 6. Joshua Williamson is still continuing with that. He just got a new artist. This one's kind of odd. Titans Volume 6, John Layman and Pete Woods. Now, John Layman said he would never be writing superhero stuff again and never working for Marvel and DC again a while back. That's kind of wild. But, John Layman's got real talent. Like, he's beyond a lot of these people and really is like kind of a hidden gem out there. So that's pretty interesting on that front, and I'll actually be picking that one up. Green Arrow has Joshua Williamson, which I think he's already on that too. There's not as much of a shuffle as you might have thought. Jason Aaron's going to be writing Absolute Superman, which is, just more of the same. We got Scott Snyder writing Absolute Batman, so it's kind of, again, it's just like a reshuffling of the same industry deck. There's really no new superstars, new writers, not a lot of big names. You don't have like Mark Miller or anybody like that coming back and like really shooting them in the arm with some star power. Grant Morrison's kind of still gone. It's kind of a lackluster lineup all the way around. But they're not just doubling down on this, guys. This is what I saw today. Nubia, too real. Oh, slay Nubian queen. That's right, Wakanda forever. Oh, wrong franchise. Now, Nubia was like revealed a couple years ago as this like Amazon black lady, which again, like just on its surface, none of this stuff makes sense. Like if you have like a Greek isle that's cordoned off from the world for thousands of years, you have kind of the same gene pool stock, and they should kind of look the same. They should all kind of be Greekish in their way that they look. But you add in weird diversity stuff, it just like, where did they all come from? It doesn't make any sense. But they did. And I love how they call, like, all the black characters are always named like Black Nubia. It's like, it's painful. It's so painful watching these people try to like virtue signal towards black people with stuff. And we know that like the first one failed. Everybody hated it. It didn't sell. But DC's all in, so they're doubling right back down on the exact same content that like turned everybody off from the brands to begin with. This Nubia type of stuff from before was was just like reviled. And if you like, who actually did it? Was it Bendis who did it? Was that the one who did this originally? It sounds like a Bendis concept. Let me look at this old book, Nubia, the real one. Was that the original one here? It's on Amazon. It's great. Let's take a look at this from back in the day. No, this is the new one. The Nubia, the real one. This was the last one. Okay. But I think the character was introduced by Bendis. I could be wrong. It just sounds like a Bendis concept. It just add in a random black person. Like that's what he did with Spider-Man. And here it is. They're doing a new one in 2025 again to just go right back into this. So, I mean, this was the initiative they tried to like get, quote, like young women, teens, like get YA audience to read it. And they hope to copy the YA book market, which does a lot of this virtue signaling. And they did this with this. If you remember, it was I Am Not Starfire by Mariko Tamaki. And that had like that Starfire daughter who looked like the Penguin, which was a total self-insert from Mariko Tamaki. Super cringy stuff. Super cringy stuff. And here it is. Highlights the importance of self-acceptance. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enduring power of true friendship. So again, like they just create these superheroes that aren't super and they aren't heroes. They just are like, I feel seen. Yeah. After a turbulent school year, she's thrilled and anxious to embark on a transformative summer training with the Amazons. Amid a mounting pressure of expectation, she grapples with feeling like an outsider. Oh no. Letting the weight of her self-doubt strain her the most in important relationships. When she thought her life couldn't get even more complicated, her biggest fear threatens the safety of everyone on Paradise Island. My gosh. That sounds just too real, as it may be. Keep it real, homie. I mean, gosh, the pandering is so bad. I don't even know who LL McKinney is. Oh, there we go. It's a self-insert. Okay. There you go. That's all you need to know. Every single time one of these characters is self-insert, every single time DC doubles down on this stuff, they say all in some new different initiative, but it's not. It's more of the same from more of the same people. And gosh, everybody's so sick of it. Like, give it up already, DC Comics. Just throw in the towel. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out my new book, The Hidden Emperor. This is way different than DC. This is the opposite. This is a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. It's in the description below. Thank you for supporting our channel and our efforts. We'll be back soon.